Okay, the next part of this is quite involved, quite tricky in some ways, but we'll break it down and try and go through it. I'm going to draw this threaded part here, which is going to sit on top of here, and then onto that goes this part that split the screws down. This shows that it's got a thread on it. M12 means it's a 12mm thread on it. In order to do this, I need to work out basically where the top of this is. Now, it's a circular part, as you can see, diameter 20. So I'm going to find out where the top of this is, and the centre of it's going to be around about here. And then from that I can project down to the curved surface here. So in order to do that, remember we had this edge here which was squared off. Well, I'm going to just continue this and basically form an edge here, a surface here, which I can then say, right, that's the top of the curve at its highest point, and then I can go up the extra 15mm to draw the top of the curve. Okay, all will be revealed as I say. So first thing I'm going to do is we'll draw a line here, which is going to be its centre point when it hits the surface. I'm going to project up from that, up 15. I said I was going to use this corner, but I'll actually just use it from this point here. So I'm going to project up 15. There's 15 there. And I'm going to draw a line across from there. That's going to be the centre line. Okay, it's halfway along that, and the width of this is 40, so I'm going to measure 20. So mark a point there. So that point there is the centre line. Okay, right in there. I'm just going to zoom in so you can see. So that point right there is the centre point. So you've guessed it, I think. I need to draw a circle. It's got a diameter of 20, so that's a radius of 10. And I'm going to have to use a generator. I'm just going to do it up here. So needle the compass firmly into the page because I don't want this to slip. And that's a circle. And just going to draw generators for this. I'll zoom back out again so you can see what I'm doing a bit more clearly. So hopefully you can see that. Okay, so generators on this. Form these up. Sharp pencils, a good idea here, and just do the centre line as well. So long, short, long, short, long, long, short, long, short, long. Okay, got generator points. Just going to mark these points down to the centre line. It's the same thing you do every time, so you should hopefully get quite adept at this. So just mark this on here, and here. While I'm at it, I'll just mark these points here and here, and then just keep going, measuring and marking as we go along. That wasn't very clever. Okay, a sharp point in your compass is a good idea as well when you're doing this. Okay, and then just build up a grid for this. And then we can measure and mark the points onto it. And as I say, this is the top surface, so the top of the curve. Even if you can't see exactly what I'm doing very clearly here, you should know what I'm doing. You should know the idea behind it. bit short, so I need to extend these lines a wee bit. I missed one of them out there, so I'm just going to redo that again. I missed the line that was meant to be drawn on. It's easy to do when you've got so many lines, especially if you're sort of thinking about other things that you've got to do as well. So I'm going to draw these in, these points in, carefully. That's the bottom of it there. Sharply round here, round here. Okay. Right. I'm going to check my points because I think I've gone wrong somewhere, so I'm just going to double check what I've done. So a point there which I've got, point there which I've got, point there which I've got, point there which I've got. You sometimes can doubt yourself, and I think particularly when it's a small circle. Point there, point there, point there, point there. Okay, so we've got these points and we've got a kind of reasonable circle. Just check where the top point should be, so I think that's slightly out on this one. Yeah, should be a wee bit higher than that. Okay, there's our circle, that looks a bit better this time. Just form that up. There we go. Right, so that's the top of it. Okay. And so that's us talking about this bit here, really at the top. Now this then comes down and touches it against the edge. Okay. Now what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to create some points on this edge that I can then project back, which are going to give a point on the curve that this meets. Okay. It's quite important to do this just to get it right. Okay. So there are different ways of doing this, but the way that I'm going to do it is as follows. I'm going to project from each of these points forward, okay, until we hit this front line here. Okay. Okay, so we've got our points here as we project forward.